Magandang araw mga bata. Ako nga pala si Teacher Mark. At sa araw na ito, ay may nais lamang akong ibahagi sa inyo na isang maikling kwento na paniguradong kapupulutan ninyo ng aral. Ang kwentong ito ay tungkol sa mayabang na pugita na si Ollie, na dahil sa kanyang itsura at angking talento ay lumaki ang kanyang ulo at maging mayabang. Dahil sa kanyang sobrang kayabangan, ay nakalimutan na niya kung paano ang maging isang mabuting kapwa. Ngunit, dahil sa isang pangyayari ay nagbago ang kanyang kasal at naging isang mabait na pugita sa karagatan. Ang pamagat ng kwentong ito ay Ollie, the Arrogant Octopus, o si Ollie, ang mayabang na pugita. Simulan na natin. Atin ang simulan ng kwento. Once upon a time, in the colorful coral reefs of Bicol, there lived an octopus named Ollie, with 8 long tentacles and a shiny, elegant coat. Ollie was the most admired creature in the sea. But beneath his dazzling appearance lurked a big ego and an even bigger attitude. He always thinks that he is the greatest across the whole ocean because of his stunning eyes. He always boasts his looks and look down to other creatures. One sunny day, as Ollie was showing off his latest ink masterpiece to his fish friends, a small clownfish named Nemo swims towards him. "Wow, Ollie, that's an amazing ink painting," says Nemo. "Of course it is. I'm the most talented artist in the entire ocean, you know," Ollie replies full of pride. "I bet you could even outswim the fastest fish in the sea," Nemo adds. "Ha! Outswim them? I could outswim them with one tentacle tied behind my back," Ollie replies again. Nemo feels embarrassment and irritation by Ollie's arrogance. "Really? I heard there's a famous race happening tomorrow. Why don't you join and prove it?" asks Nemo. "Fine, I'll show you all just how superior I am," Ollie answers arrogantly. "I should go home and have some rest. I can't afford to lose my aura because I still have to show off for tomorrow's race," Ollie says to Nemo. The next day, creatures from all corners of the ocean gather for the great ocean race. Fish, turtles, dolphins, and even a speedy sailfish line up at the starting line. Among them was Ollie, his confidence shining brighter than ever. A lot of different sea creatures gathered to watch the event that motivated Ollie more because he knows they will all admire him. As the race begins, Ollie shot out like a rocket, leaving the other contestants trailing far behind. He swims effortlessly through the water. His ego grows with each stroke of his tentacles. "I told you I was the best. None of these sea creatures stand against me," Ollie boastfully exclaims. But as Ollie approaches the finish line, he suddenly feels a tug on one of his tentacles. Startled, he looks down to see Doffy, the dolphin struggling to keep up. "Please, Mr. Ollie, can you slow down? I can keep up with your speed," Doffy pleads. Ollie feels irritated. He had doubts about helping because he is the most popular creature in the sea, while Seahorse was just a nobody. "Who are you? Don't you know who I am? I am the most precious sea creature across the ocean." "How about you? I don't know you," Ollie exclaims with full of irritation in his voice. So he continues to swim fast, and he did not bother to help him. After a while, the race concluded and Ollie finished in first place and Doffy did not make it. Ollie smirks confidently. "Ha! Did you see that? I'm unbeatable. No one can swim as fast as me," Ollie shouts to the crowd. Nemo, his clownfish friend, approaches him. "That was a fantastic race, Ollie. You effortlessly outran them," says Nemo. "Why even bother racing against me? It's like trying to outrun the currents of the sea," Ollie boastfully replies. "That was amazing, Ollie. But I saw Mr. Doffy said something to you during the race, and it seems that he needed help. What was it? Nemo notices. Ollie didn't reply. He just swims towards the stage as he hears the loud cheering of the crowd. Nemo was left wondering why Ollie reacted that way. Nemo approaches Doffy. I saw you talk to Ollie during the race, and you almost made it second, but you suddenly stopped. What happened? Nemo asked. I tried to ask Ollie's help earlier because I felt like my left fin got injured, but he just ignored me. He said, I'm just a nobody and I don't deserve his help. Doffy responds teary-eyed. Nemo felt sad for Doffy and glances at Ollie while he's waving at the crowd. Ollie enjoys the crowd's cheer for me. Once again, I became the star of the day, as I usually do. Ollie boasts to himself. No one can equal the beauty and talent I have. I have the best across the oceans. Ollie was busy waving to the crowd when he suddenly remembers what happened earlier in the race, when Doffy asked for help. He felt guilty because he did not help him. He tries to search him, but he couldn't find him, so he just ignored it. I am not obliged to help him anyway. He's just a nobody, and I am the most popular creature in the whole ocean. Why would I be guilty for not helping him? He is not deserving of it. Ollie says to himself. After boasting to some other sea creatures, Ollie heads home, still basking in the glow of his own accomplishments. He's feeling pretty great about himself and starts daydreaming about what kind of celebration he should have. Lost in thought, he fails to notice a large pile of rocks in front of him and collides with it, making himself nearly unconscious. A big pile of rock falls onto him, and his tentacles stuck. He can't move because he lost the strength because of the impact. Just as Ollie started to panic, he heard a familiar voice behind him. Hey, Mr. Ollie, do you need some help? Ollie turned to see Doffy swimming towards him with a friendly smile on his face. Ollie feels relief. Oh, Doffy, I am glad to see you. I'm stuck behind this rock and I can't get free. Don't worry, Mr. Ollie. I'll help you out, Doffy assures Ollie. With that, Doffy swims to the rock and with all his strength pushes it away, frees Ollie from being stuck. Wow, thanks a lot, Doffy. I couldn't have done it without you, Ollie exclaims gratefully. No problem, Mr. Ollie. Doffy responds. You helped me even if I didn't help you finish the race. I hope you can forgive me, says Ollie. Don't worry about it. Just be more kind next time, Doffy responds with a smile. That's for sure, Doffy, Ollie responds happily. From that moment on, Ollie realizes that arrogance will not give him a good life and friends. He realizes that being kind and selfless is better than being boastful and arrogant because it builds relationships with others. Ollie did not just become the most admired because of his looks, but also because of his character. Number 15. How is Ollie different from other sea creatures? A. He is rich. B. He is good looking. C. He is smart. D. All of the above. Number 16. Why do you think it is important for Doffy to help Ollie in the story? A. Because it helps Ollie to change his attitude. B. Because he is the main character. C. Because he will beat him on the next race. D. All of the above. Number 17. Do you agree with Doffy helping Ollie as shown in the story? A. Yes, because that's the right thing to do. B. No, because Ollie did not help him. C. I'm not sure, because he has injured fin. D. All of the above. Number 18. What important moral value or lesson in life that we can learn from the story? Ano ang natutunan mo sa maikling kwento? A. Arrogance. B. Kindness and selflessness. C. Self-awareness. D. All of the above. Number 19. What could be another title for the story? A. Ollie's Adventures. B. The Boastful Octopus. C. How to Not Be Arrogant. D. All of the above. Number 20. What could be an alternate ending for the story? A. Ollie loses all his tentacles. B. Doffy let Ollie die. C. Ollie did not change his attitude. D. All of the above. At diyan nagtatapos ang pangalawang bahagi ng ating pagsusulit. Ngayon naman ay magkakaroon tayo ng panibagong pagsusulit na tinatawag na wordplay. Sa ikatlong bahagi ng pagsusulit na ito ay may makikita kang mga pinaghalo-halong mga letra. Gamit ang mga letrang ito ay kailangan mong makabuo ng isang salita. Mangyari na iyong hanapin ang mga salitang ito sa bilang ng talata na nakalagay pagkatapos ng bilang. Halimbawa, sa number 1, ang salitang ito ay mahahanap sa ika-21 na bilang ng talata. Sa number 2, ang salitang ito ay mahahanap sa ika-13 na talata. Sa number 3, ang salitang ito ay mahahanap sa ika-12 na talata. Sa number 4, sa ika-49 na talata. Sa number 5, sa ika-30 na talata. Sa number 6, sa ika-30. Sa number 6 ay sa ika-12 na talata. Sa number 7, sa ika-37 na talata. Sa number 8, sa ika-5 talata. Sa number 9, sa ika-3 talata. At sa number 10, mahanap mo ang salitang ito sa ika-35 na talata. At para naman sa ating pangtapos na gawain, tayo ay magkakaroon ng clean-up drive o paglilinis na gagawin ninyo sa pinakamalapit na dalampasigan sa inyong lugar. Ang paglilinis ng dalampasigan ay isang napakahalagang gawain na dapat nating bigyang pansin. Sa bawat hakbang na ating ginagawa upang linisin ang ating dalampasigan, tayo ay nagtataguyod ng kalusugan ng ating kapaligiran at ng ating sarili. At naiisaalang-alang din natin ang kalagayan ng mga nabubuhay sa karagatan, gaya na lamang ni Ollie at ng kanyang mga kaibigan. Kaya naman, sa gagawin ninyong ito ay kailangan ninyong mag-clean up drive o maglinis sa pinakamalapit na dalampasigan sa inyo. At pagkatapos ay gagawa kayo ng maikling sanaysay tungkol sa lahat ng inyong mga natutunan sa paglilinis ng karagatan at sa kwentong ito. Mangyari na ang lahat ng inyong sagot ay ilagay sa answer sheet na ito. Salamat sa inyong pakikinig. Bye-bye!